Hello, I'm Laura. It's Sunday, January 18th, 2026, and these are today's Heartlines. Our new theme for Heartlines for the week is the big picture. Why the big picture? Because when we are able to step back and take a broader look at what is happening in our lives and our world, we relieve ourselves of the tension of being caught up in all the details of what we are hearing in the news and what we are struggling with in our lives that keeps pulling us down into the sea of turmoil and upset. When we can actually take a breath and pull back and relax and let our minds clear of the day-to-day struggles that we see in our lives and in our world, then we can come back into the midst of what is happening with that larger perspective, with that clearer mind, and we can see deeper into an understanding of what is happening and broader into what is possible. So, this was actually inspired by a story I discovered as I was reading about the many headlines, and with each headline coming out of Minneapolis with the violence on the streets and the struggle of the protesters to express themselves, the lawsuits going to the federal government over unconstitutional prosecution, the struggle and tension over Greenland, the chaos in Venezuela, the struggle in Ukraine to find peace, and in Gaza simply to survive on a day-to-day basis. All of this can really be a large weight until you step back and look at it from that bigger picture. And the story I found to inspire me in doing that was about the Rubin Observatory in Chile. The Cerro Pachon mountain on which it is built is at a high altitude where the night sky can be clearly observed. So, wonderful pictures are being taken of our universe from there. And they actually are comparable to the pictures being taken by the James Webb Telescope, because the camera that is taking them is the largest camera, digital camera, ever built. It has 3.2 trillion pixels, or 3,200 megapixels of image to take of our night sky. So we can see deep into our universe. We can see the details that are just as beautiful as what James Webb has shared with us. And we can know that we are a less than microscopic part of a vast and wonderful universe. And in realizing that, we can look at our world not as a divisive world, but as one world. We can look at our human race as one part of this world, struggling to know each other at a deeper level. And that struggle may be coming out in violent ways, in hateful ways, in highly emotional ways. But when we bring our higher perspective to what is going on in our world, we bring a centeredness and a clarity and a deeper understanding of everything that is happening and everyone who is part of it. So let's begin to bring that broader perspective in right now with a very special statement that gives us permission to lift ourselves out of the heaviness of our headlines and in to the bright potential of the larger picture. Let's take a deep breath and close our eyes. And let's focus on this thought. I give myself permission to step back, relax, and look at my life and world from a higher perspective. I give myself permission to step back, relax, and look at my life and world from a higher perspective. And so it is. So how can we look at our life and world from a higher perspective? Where can we step back and relax? Well, we might just step outside and go somewhere where we can see the stars at night. Or we might go out to where we can actually look across a vast landscape or seascape. Or we might just take ourselves to a movie to give ourselves a more relaxed and entertaining way of being. It's okay to lift up out of the tension that we see happening everywhere in our world every once in a while, and allow our minds to clear and our hearts to strengthen, so that when we do step back into our lives and world, we are ready, bringing that higher perspective with us at what is possible in knowing each other and in building a world of love together. Thank you for joining me today. Give yourself permission to relax, to look at life from a higher perspective, and to make a difference from there. Have a wonderful day.